Hey y'all. So I wanted to talk about a kind of a heavy topic today, so I'm kind of give it a trigger warning. If you have experienced loss and that's hard for you to talk about or hear about, this might not be the video for you. But it also might bless your heart. But I wanted to put that out there just in case. But have you ever been angry with God, angry at Him? I know Jeremiah, David, Abraham, Moses, Elijah, they all were in the Bible, and they all had a time that they were angry with God. And I'm not comparing myself to a prophet from the Bible at all by any means. But I too have had a time that I was angry with God. And I wanted to talk about that with you today. In 2009, I lost my second born, Weston. And he was 6 weeks old, and he passed away in my arms overnight. And I woke up, and he was gone. And I remember every detail of that day, of course. When something tragic like that happens, it's hard to forget those details. But over time, it does get easier. But what I wanted to say was I was so angry with God. And I remember the cops were at the house. They had to wait for the medical examiner to get there, and it was taking forever. I mean, hours. They were there for hours. Interviewed everybody, everything was already done, so they were just hanging out for hours. And I remember going to the back porch to smoke a cigarette, and I remember being so mad. And I remember saying to God, all of these people out here that don't care about their kids, they don't want their kids, they give them up for adoption. I would die for mine, and you take mine. And I said, how will he even know that I loved him? And I will never forget, I heard a voice of a young man. I assume was my son. And the young man said, I know you love me, Mama. And I just had a peace come over me. And I just couldn't explain it. I still can't explain it. But what I do know is that in Luke 12:10, it reminds us that everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man, it will be forgiven him. I know that I'm forgiven for being upset with God because I've talked to God about it. It's that simple. People try to complicate it, but it's not that complicated. It's that simple. I hope this blesses you. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon.